have $100,000 in student debt. I am so exhausted from the rhetoric of politicians saying that if we didn't want to pay off our student debt, then we shouldn't have taken it out. I did all the right things. I went to 2 public universities for my undergrad and for my doctorate. I worked during my undergrad. I took 2 years off and worked in between to save money for grad school. I went to a public university for my doctorate, and I worked all during my doctorate, even during COVID. You know what I did wrong was coming from a family who didn't have the money to pay for it for me. I'm not lazy. And in fact, as a doctor of occupational therapy, to get a license in occupational therapy, we do 2 things called field works, which is essentially when you take over the caseload of a licensed occupational therapist and prove that you're capable of seeing patients. So for 2 of those semesters, and essentially 25,000 of those dollars that I'm in debt, you know what I was doing? Working unpaid. And you know what? Occupational therapy is a necessary profession, a profession that there is a growing demand for as the baby boomers get older and need us to teach them how to do things like wipe themselves after they have an illness or an injury. It's essential. So before you go telling people like me that seeking out higher education is irresponsible if you don't have someone else to pay for it, or that we're lazy because we're not able to pay for it, I think you should think about what would happen if people like me, who didn't have other people to pay for their education, just didn't seek it out. I can tell you what would happen. You'd have a lot fewer people available and certified in how to teach you to get wiping yourself again after you have an illness or an injury. And let me tell you, you would miss that.